Strike him out.
2 balls and a strike to count on Taylor. Reyes fires, swinging a drive, deep left field. It's his way back. Walk the ball. Chris Taylor.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into DodgerHeads, presented by DodgerBlue.com. My name is Jeff Spiegel, joined today by Matt Moreno, and we are talking rule changes. No, it's not the band shift. It's not a pitch clock. It's not any of that. But as of today, the owners have officially voted to approve some rule changes that began to leak out last week. 4 rule changes, and here they are. The first one is that rosters will be expanded for the month of April, so the 26-man roster becomes a 28-man roster. There is a Ohtani rule, as it is being dubbed, which basically says that if a pitcher is pitching and is also hitting in the lineup, he can remain as a hitter in the lineup even after he is pulled from the game as a pitcher, basically staying in as a DH. The ghost runner is back for 2022 in extra innings, but short doubleheaders are not. Those are going away. And so the Ohtani rule is a fun one and has no impact on the Dodgers. I would say the 2 extra roster spots, always an advantage when the Dodgers can have more guys at the major league level. But Matt, I think I know what you're going to want to talk about. I think it's the ghost runner. It's what everybody wants to talk about. I have a controversial opinion about the ghost runner, but I'll come to you first. Is the ghost runner the most interesting one here to you? Not good or bad, but interesting?
Absolutely not. And I can't stand the ghost runner rule. It made sense in 2020 with everything going on and where, the world was with the pandemic and all that, and baseball wanting to be as cautious as possible. But I thought we were done with it. I was shocked that it was back last year. I'm even more surprised that it's going to be back this year, and I can't wait until we can officially put this to bed.
I love the ghost runner rule. I love it. I know it's a controversial opinion. I hate that John Heyman and I agree on this because there's not much that he and I agree on, but this is one of them. There have been too many Thursday nights where it's the 16th inning and nobody's scoring, and Phil Bickford is back out for his 4th inning of relief because the Dodgers are out of relievers, and I don't want to go to bed, and it's now 12:45 in the morning, and I don't want to go to bed because I want to see the end. I don't want to miss. It's dumb. I don't need 16-inning games in the regular season. Do I love the fact that, RBIs are all messed up and earned runs and all this stuff? No, I don't like that. What I like is that it ends games when they should be ended, which is sooner rather than later. Personally, I've heard people argue that baseball should just accept ties, play out the 10th and 11th innings and then just allow teams to tie or something like that. But to me, I just don't like extra inning games in the regular season going beyond 10 or 11 innings. I just think they lose its luster. You risk injury, etc., etc. I'm not a fan. Let me ask you this. Do you like ties better or worse than the ghost runner?
No, that would be much worse. I would take the ghost runner every day of the week over a tie. I can understand, some of the injury concerns, and especially this season, it is a tricky proposition because, again, it's a shortened spring training.
Yeah.
So what I kind of felt like the expanded rosters for April obviously are good, and I think everybody kind of assumed that was going to be the case again. And with that, there's no limit on how many pitchers a team can carry, so that's kind of set aside as well. To me, the ghost runner rule should have been back for April as well, and then once we get into May, if expanded rosters are done with, then do away with the ghost runner rule as well. It's not necessary. I understand what you're saying, but to me, I also find those 14, 15, 16 inning games, I think, are really rare. And B, they kind of take on their own sort of novelty in their own way. And it becomes entertaining in its own right. Oh my gosh, we're going to a 15th inning because nobody can score. And here's somebody, here's another reliever having a stretch out and kind of see what he can give. And unfortunately, you do get into some cases where a position player ends up pitching, and that's not what I would advocate for. But I think that that's so infrequent that it doesn't warrant bringing back.
See, I would go the other way. Let's require position players to pitch starting in the 11th inning or something like that. You want to take the ghost runner away? Let's speed that up. The other rule here that's interesting is the shortened doubleheaders are gone. Last year when they played doubleheaders, they were 2 7-innings. That was actually seemingly more popular than I think I expected it to be. Are you sad to see the 7-inning doubleheaders go away?
That one, yeah, I am sad. And I think, honestly, MLB, because of the no-hitter fiasco with the 7-inning and how to rule, honestly, I think that is probably the driving force into eliminating them. Because, if the kind of stance is, hey, we need the ghost runner to protect players, we need expanded rosters to protect players, well, why are you then going to play 9-inning doubleheaders when every team in baseball is having to play at least one doubleheader this season because of the schedule getting pushed back? That doesn't necessarily add up to me. So I'm inclined to believe that the rule book and the history kind of was a pretty big factor in deciding
Which is
that.
just funny because it feels like the ghost runner and 7-inning short doubleheaders, like those feel like they belong on the same side of the line of argument, right? Like both of them go against history, both of them go against statistical anomalies, that kind of a stuff, but both of them seem to serve the same purpose, which is pace of play, protect players, etc., etc. So it's bizarre to me that we have one and not the other. And of course, in classic Major League Baseball fashion, they have adopted the least popular of the two and rejected the most popular of the two, which just feels very on brand for Major League Baseball. So again, owners officially voted to approve some rule changes, which were rumored to be in the works last week. They needed to be approved by an owner vote. That has happened. There are 4 of them, 2 extra players in April, a 28-man roster. The Ohtani rule, if a pitcher is also hitting, he can stay in as the DH after he's been removed as a pitcher. The ghost runner is back. Short doubleheaders are not. That's Matt Moreno. My name is Jeff Spiegel. As always, check out DodgerBlue.com, DodgerBlue1958 on social media, DodgerHeads, wherever you get your podcasts. And of course, subscribe, ring the notification bell here as well. We'll see you next time.